Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today's my topic is classification of quantities. One way of classifying quantities is fundamental and derived quantities. First of all, we will see the fundamental quantities. The quantities which are independent of other quantities are called fundamental quantities. They do not depend on other quantities. They are primary quantities like length, mass, time, temperature, luminous intensity, amount of substance, electric current. So scientists have defined these set of quantities as fundamental quantities. You can take some other set of quantities like pressure, velocity, time. I had taken some others. So a set of 3 or 4 you can take and you can assume them as fundamental quantities and you can derive other quantities from these. I'll give you an example at the end, then you will understand little better. So you can take any set of quantities and you can assume them as fundamental quantities and from them you can derive others. Then for you these will be the fundamental and others will be the derived quantities. But scientists have taken these set of quantities and named them as fundamental quantities. And we derive other quantities by using these. And to help them, they have taken 2 more quantities and named them as supplementary quantities. They are nothing but plane angle and solid angle. Now, for example, take a derived quantity. The quantities which are derived from these fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Take a derived quantity like velocity. What is velocity? Displacement by time. That is, displacement is nothing but length and time is represented by capital T. Now you can write L T power minus 1. As this velocity is derived from these two fundamental quantities, this velocity is known as a derived quantity. Derived quantity. The quantities which are derived from fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Now here, the powers of the fundamental quantities. Now you see the powers. Power of length is 1, power of time is minus 1. So these powers, the powers which are to be raised to the fundamental quantities to express a derived quantity are called dimensions. Dimensions. For example, velocity L t power minus 1. Just now we had seen it. That is L power 1 t power minus 1. The powers to which fundamental quantities are raised to express a derived quantity are called dimensions of those fundamental quantities. Now, dimension of length is 1, dimension of time is minus 1 in the derived quantity called velocity. So, in velocity, the dimension of length is 1, the dimension of time is minus 1. Now, if you write down this in brackets, it will be known as dimensional formula. Dimensional formula. I'll give you another example. Acceleration. Acceleration is a rate of change of velocity. The change in velocity by time. That is simply, if it starts from zero velocity, change in velocity will be equal to final velocity only. So, velocity by time. Now, velocity is not the fundamental quantity. So, it should be written in the form of fundamental quantities, that is L t power minus 1 and by t, then we will get L t power minus 2. Now, the dimension of length in acceleration is 1, dimension of time in the acceleration is minus 2, and the dimension formula of acceleration is L t power minus 2. No need of saying this 1. So, this is the dimension formula for acceleration. In physics, large number of quantities are there. Whenever you come across them, each and every chapter contains a set of quantities. So, whenever you come across them, try to write the dimension formulae and see the dimensions of fundamental quantities in them. So, here the acceleration is derived from the length and time. Length and time. Similarly, work. Force into distance. Force. Mass into acceleration. So, we will write mass as fundamental quantity. Acceleration, if you write in terms of fundamental quantities, you can write L t power minus 2, and this is the dimension formula for force. So, in dimension formula of force, the dimension of mass is 1. Here, as there is no mass, dimension of mass is 0. Dimension of mass is 0. Here it is 1. That dimension of length is 1. The dimension of time is minus 2 in the formula, in the dimension formula of force. So, this is how the dimensions and dimension formulae are derived. Now, see the set of fundamental quantities I explained you. That is length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, amount of matter. All these are all is a set of quantities which are independent of other quantities. Scientists have taken this set as fundamental quantities. Now, I told you in the beginning, we can take some other quantities and we can derive other quantities from these. For example, pressure P, velocity V, time T. So, we can take these as, if you take these as fundamental quantities, you can derive, for example, force. We can derive force. Now, what is the dimension formula for pressure? Pressure is equal to force by area. Dimension formula of force, mass into acceleration by area is nothing but L square. Length into breadth, no? L square. So, the pressure we will get M L power minus 1 T power minus 2. Velocity, already we had seen L T power minus 1 time T. T only. Now, if you want to derive the dimension formula for force, how do we do that? Let force F is equal to, we have three fundamental quantities. Let the dimension of pressure is A. We need to find A. And dimension of velocity is B. If it do not depend on velocity, force is do not depend on velocity, then the power of V will be 0. Then we will get B is equal to 0. Dimension of T is C. We should assume like this. Now we need to find the powers, dimensions. Dimension of P, dimension of V, dimension of T, we need to find. Then we can write this derived quantity in terms of these three fundamental quantities. How do we find this? Now, dimension formula of force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. And dimension formula of pressure is M L power minus 1 T power minus 2 whole power A. Dimension formula for V, L T power minus 1 whole power B T power C. Now, multiply only 1 M. Here M power A. Next here L power minus A. Here L power B. And here there is no L. So as we are multiplying, the powers will be added. Powers will be added. Now time, power of time here is minus 2A, here minus B, and here C. So as a whole we got the dimension of M is A, dimension of L is minus A plus B, dimension or the power of time is minus 2A minus B plus C. Now we should compare. What is the power of M here? 1. So here power of M is A. So these two should be equal. That is A is equal to 1. Now here the power of L is minus A plus B, and here the power of L is also 1. So this should be equal to 1. That is minus A plus B should be equal to 1. Now if you substitute A is equal to 1 here, we will get minus 1 plus B is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. So this is how we will find A, B, and similarly C. The power of T is minus 2A minus B plus C should be equal to minus 2. Should be equal to minus 2. Minus 2A minus B plus C is equal to minus 2. Now A is equal to 1, so minus 2. B is equal to 2, so minus 2 plus C is equal to minus 2. So minus 2 gets cancelled, C is equal to 2. So the derived quantity force F is equal to P power A means 1, V power B means 2, C T power C means 2. So this is the dimension formula for force. That is, force is derived from these three fundamental quantities: pressure, velocity and time. In this, the power of pressure is 1, power of velocity is 2 and power of time is 2, and the product of these three is equal to force. The product of P and V square and T square is equal to force. So this is how we will derive a quantity from these three fundamental quantities. The product of these three is equal to force. So this is how we will derive a derived quantity from a set of fundamental quantities. Understood? So that's all today's topic. I hope all of you understood well and liked this video, and thank you very much for being with me. We'll meet again in the next video. Till then, signing off.